our mother Zambia. Let Zambia flourish economically. For all Zambians to see your glory, your beauty, and other countries to admire and praise your name. Father, let this, your servants of yours who are swearing today, give them, Almighty Father, courage and confidence, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the new offices. We now ask you, Lord, to bless this ceremony, to happen wonderfully, to the glory of your holy name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Swearing in ceremony. Monday, 17th of January 2022, State House, Lusaka. Mr. President, the Constitution of Zambia Amendment Act number 2 of 2016 empowers you, sir, to appoint office holders in accordance with respective articles of the Constitution. In exercise of the state powers, it pleases you, Mr. President, to appoint 2 senior government officials. These are the Chairperson of the Teaching Service Commission and the Director General of the Drug Enforcement Commission. Mr. President, the appointed officials are before you this morning and are ready to take their oaths. These are as follows. Mrs. Daphne Liseli Nawa Chimuka, Chairperson, Teaching Service Commission, and Ms. Mary Chirwa, Director General, Drug Enforcement Commission. May I therefore seek your permission, Mr. President, to proceed to administer the oaths. Thank you, Mr. President. I will call upon Mrs. Daphne Liseli Nawa Chimuka to come to the podium to take your oaths. We will start with the oath of office and later oath of allegiance. May I ask that you have the Bible in your right hand, and please raise your right hand as you take the oath. Oath of office.
I, Daphne Liseli Nawa Chimuka, having been appointed Chairperson, do swear that I will well and truly serve the Republic and the President of Zambia, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the President of the Republic of Zambia, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established, and that I will not directly or indirectly reveal or transmit any such information or matter as shall be brought under my consideration, or shall be made known to me by reason of my office, except as may be required in the discharge of my duties, as such or with the authority of the President. So help me God.
Thank you very much. We will proceed to the next oath, which is oath of allegiance. Again, please raise your right hand as you take the oath. Oath of allegiance.
I, Daphne Liseli Nawa Chimuka, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the President of the Republic of Zambia, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established. So help me God.
Thank you very much. I will ask Mrs. Chimuka to come forward to sign both of your oath papers and hand them over to Mr. President for his endorsement. Thank you. We will now move to the next senior government official to take oath. I will call upon Ms. Mary Chirwa, the newly appointed Director General of the Drug Enforcement Commission, to come to the podium to take your oath. We will start with the oath of office and later oath of allegiance. May I ask that you have the Bible in your right hand? Please raise your right hand as you take the oath. Oath of office.
I, Mary Chirwa, having been appointed Director General, do swear that I will well and truly serve the Republic and President of Zambia, and I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the President and the Republic of Zambia, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established, and that I will not directly or indirectly reveal or transmit any such information or matter as shall be brought under my consideration or shall be made known to me by reason of my office, except as may be required in the discharge of my duties as such or with the authority of the President. So help me God.
Thank you very much. We'll proceed to the next oath, which is the oath of allegiance. Again, please raise your right hand as you take the oath. Oath of allegiance.
I, Mary Chirwa, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the President of the Republic of Zambia, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established. So help me God.
Thank you very much. I will ask Ms. Mary Chirwa, the newly appointed Director General of the Drug Enforcement Commission, to come forward to sign both of your oath papers and hand them over to Mr. President for his endorsement.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sir.
Thank you very much. It is now my honor and privilege to invite you, Mr. President, to address the newly sworn in senior government officials and the nation at large. Mr. President, sir.
do recognize, just to pay due recognition, if I may say so, to the Republican Vice President, who is here. I know she's been traveling in the last couple of days. Thank you for being able to attend this activity. I wish to also recognize the ministers that are here, a number of them. Thank you, colleagues, for finding time to be here. And indeed, the Provincial Minister as well, Acting Secretary of the Cabinet and your team. I see a sizable team from there. Obviously, colleagues from State House, other ministries, permanent secretaries. I see some of them. And obviously others that are here, and members of the press, but to the two colleagues that are being appointed today into these critical positions. I wish to welcome you once more to this your house, State House, to witness this swearing in of senior colleagues in government, two distinguished ladies that are being sworn in today in your own individual rights. You have followed career paths that you serve the country in different roles, and today you are given yet additional responsibilities to serve this country. And you sit there not just because you are the names you carry, but you sit there because of your capabilities. And the good news is that you are both women, and I think this is important. I'm sending a message out there. But the message more important than just being women is capable women. I want to emphasize that point to the media. Capable citizens who happen to be women. And it's a pleasure to be swearing in these colleagues today. So let me address them individually in their roles. Then I'll be able to do justice a little bit today. I want to emphasize one or two things that I feel the nation needs to get back to the rails. Because I do follow a lot of what's going on out there. I read a lot what's going on out there. So, Madam Daphne, Liseli, Nawa, Chimuka, you are going to the teaching service. Very, very important, extremely important function. You are going to chair the Teaching Service Commission. And you have a huge task. You have a huge task to ensure that we change, together we change the teaching service, where teachers work, who are they, where are they, that people's students are getting what they go to school for. You have a major task to do that. This government has pronounced itself very, very clear what it wants to see in the education sector. Particularly that education is the best inheritance for any child. I would not wish any child to seek to get millions of kwacha from parents without education. Those millions of kwacha will evaporate like morning dew in a short while. In many cases. Not in all cases, but in many cases. Because something will be missing. The toolkit for that child, without education, that toolkit is not there. So it doesn't quite matter, to be honest. I've come to know in life now. It doesn't matter what else is available. The barest minimum and the best is education for a child. That's what we all want from the village to stand here. So this government has pronounced itself very clearly that our children must get the best education. The standards are in a different area. We'll be addressing that some other time. But the environment, learning, teaching environment, a lot of that will weigh on your shoulders and that of your colleagues. In the Ministry of Education, see the PSC, I don't know if both PSCs are here, both of them are here. Those are partners. Now, quest to serve the people. Ministers not here. But PSC does question. You have heard our pronouncements that you cannot have an environment where teaching takes place, learning takes place, and produce good quality outputs if there are fewer teachers. So this government, within the challenges that we have decided to drive money from wasteful expenditure of the last 7 years. I'll talk about that when we come to it. And draw that money into education. 2 critical elements to improve the pupil-teacher ratio. This government is employing 30,000 teachers. 30,000 teachers. In our first ever budget, 30,000 teachers. In the past, if 2,000 teachers were employed, there was a lot of noise being made. We don't work for noise, we work on getting the job done. 30,000. They will pass through the service, the commission. Employ without segregation. Focus on the quality which brought you to sit today in your chair. No segregation. A rural school is as important as an urban school. Posting, very important. Give the teachers the best. I'll touch on it just about that. Transmart, you've got the message that families have been separated in the last 7+ years. Disjointing, dismembering families. Transferring the teacher one away from child. But the doctor husband remains in child. A number of the people affected by this unacceptable policy are teachers. I know. We all know that. You need to address that issue together with cabinet office. I think the circular has gone already to address that issue. So you have to work closely with cabinet office. Bakal, thank you. Madam Chimuka, Madam Nawa Chimuka, we have to work with that team to actualize this. This government doesn't want to make noise. I hear people are saying around, no, the president is making noise, he will get tired. This fellow doesn't get tired to talk about what is right and to follow it through. We want action. The country was messed up already, we know. Now it's action to address those issues. Promotions amongst teachers. It's been an issue. They go for further studies, come back, some are not on the payroll, some are sitting home. When a classroom somewhere needs a teacher is sitting home, but they are on the payroll. What's going on? PSS, cabinet office, now the commission. This government wants to report progress by media on these issues. Progress report, action list. We want to show a difference. We're here to demonstrate that this country can be run differently but better. Your children, our children, our children sitting on the floor? No. No. You wake up every morning, you go to that commission, you liaise with your colleagues. One of the issues, where are the Zambian children sitting? They are in class this morning as we speak. Where are they sitting? On blocks. No. No, madam. No PSs. No cabinets. No. So why we wake up in the morning every day is to address those issues. We have timber here. We don't want to import the desks from elsewhere. They must be made here. Because one can't say, I'm a commission, I just want to make sure the teachers are there, they are paid. No, what are they paid for? They are going to teach a child sitting on the floor. No. No. In the past, you would say, yes, the government said this thing but did nothing. This government has addressed that issue. How? CDF. Enhanced CDF, which we have grabbed away from corrupt expenditure. I'll come to that, Madam Chair. We've now taken money closer to the people. Out of the CDF, there is money for these things. There is also money for water. Our agenda, I've said this to the Vice President before, we want to be proud in 2-3 years' time that there is no government school, there is no government clinic where medical staff, teachers, pupils go to answer the call of nature in a particular trade. There must be water on toilet. We want to be proud in 2 years, 3 years' time to look back and say no one is going to a particular trade in a public school. It is possible. The money is there. But all of us working together, State House, Vice President's office, your commission, PS, Cabinet, that is our job. We have gotten to mediocrity as a country to mean normal. Normal means mediocrity. Now, first year, UPND budget, there has to be a connection to change. Zambia wants to see change. You can do it. We can do it. Madam Chirwa, you are a product of the Drug Enforcement Commission. You spent many years before you went to the FIC. You were bred by that institution. You know the challenges of that institution. You know what went wrong in that institution. You know. You know what is right. With the added experience of the Financial Intelligence Center, you are also grounded in terms of training qualifications. Basic training does help a lot. In your profession, in our profession, what is wrong. There is no middle ground. There is no middle ground. I'm following what's going on in social media. People are debating, no, this is the ethnic victimization, fight against corruption. No, this is getting a PF, sorry. No, it's none of that. What is there is that what is wrong is wrong. Taking away money that belongs to the public, it is wrong. If the chief executive of the Drug Enforcement Commission sees a gray area, that this may be wrong, this may be right, maybe sits in the middle. There is no middle ground. Taking away resources from the child for us to buy a desk. As you see, you two are partners being sworn in today. You are serious partners. It is a duty of Madam Chirwa to make sure that the money meant for desks through CDM is not taken by a clique. I return to that terminology, a clique. They have now started fighting back. They are behaving like what happens in our communities. Someone steals from a widow selling at the market. They run away. They are chased. As the distance away from the point of stealing increases, they start pointing in front and say, Kawalala, Kawalala, in front. That's what's happening. The clique now is employing media. I want to talk to colleagues in the media to generate stories, diverting our attention away from following up the money that belongs to public by shouting, Kawalala, Kawalala. For the international media, Kawalala in our language means, in the local language, Nyanja, means thief. I'm conscious that today, whatever you say is global. Please, we should not fall for that. Let us agree as a nation, Madam Vice President. Corruption, theft is wrong. There is no middle ground. Diverting attention, the clique is employing people all over, even new officers, new ministers, new permanent secretaries, teaching you the ways how to siphon money from the bank. Mary, Madam Chirwa, those are your clients. From the old order in the new order now. I'm following, I'm listening. Just a few days ago, someone in Eastern Province, they have heard our message of anti-corruption. They concocted a tender process to award a tender to the clique at huge prices. Minister of Justice, we spoke. We are living with contracts that were signed by the lawyers who are supposed to represent citizens and protect citizens, and putting clauses in there that are penalizing taking money from citizens. Penalty clauses. Government gives a contract to a supplier. The supplier does not put any money. In there is a clause for a down payment, 20%. If the contract is $100 million, the down payment is $20 million, which means the people of Zambia are financing the supplier. Technically, financially, that's what it means. Where is the risk to the supplier? Is in part of giving a contract to assess financial capacity, working capital. In the last 7 years, it became a tradition that the contracting officers, controlling officers in the ministries and finance were colluding with lawyers and justice to steal from the people. And you put another clause, $100 million contract, down payment 20% means $20 million. No work has been done, immediately $20 million invoice. Government has no money. It has to attend to teachers, it has to attend to other things, nurses. Government pays $10 million. In that $20 million invoice, then justice put a clause that provides for penal interest charges. Government pays $10 million when it hasn't, it's still looking for $10 million to make $20 million down payment, advance payment. government has built penalty charges. And there was an attorney general there. No. Then in penalties alone, the government has built that hypothetical contract over years, $52 million over time. What is the job of the attorney general? What's the job of the Minister of Justice? Is to protect citizens. You expect me to be afraid as president to say no to that. And you want to start calling me names? Call me more names. I'll be relentless. Even if I stand alone, even if you threaten pulling down this government, it's not me you're pulling down, you're pulling down the legal country. Absolute no iota of fear at all. So, Attorney General Justice Ministry support Madam Mary Chirwa, support NCC, support DPP, support those institutions. Don't collude with them. As the case is clear now, we have to review those contracts. Because, Vice President, that domestic debt you hear is $6-7 billion almost of domestic debt. A lot of it sits there as penalties from our own money. Now, I went to school and I was educated by the citizens. You have to work out my gray matter, my brain first, the way it was trained, for me to agree to such contract. The fact that there's a contract signed and approved by Attorney General, the government contract, and these lawyers were placed in the ministries, willy-nilly approving contracts, they're also colluding. We're making her job difficult, because when the contract is there, it assumes everything is okay. If you are not trained properly, you say, no, but the contract is here. But was that contract protecting citizens? No. So most of that $6-7 billion, Vice President, is arising from penalties from our own money. And when we go for such issues, no, this is against here. You still for here. This fight against corruption knows no fear. It only knows corrupt people. And that goes for people in business. I come from business. When talking to colleagues in there, you were conniving to steal from citizens. Are you surprised you are not paid today? That's why they're not being paid. Because the economy was wrecked from 2016, 7% down to minus. You don't have to be educated in finance to understand what was happening. That's why meal allowances for students were withdrawn, because there was no more any money in the coffers. It was cycle. Debt was going up because of corruption and theft. I've said it before. 2-3 months we have now established the bad news for the corrupt. We've established exactly what was the pattern in there. So even as journalists, when we are asked to run stories covering people who have taken money from you, that's why your pay is low. If they did not steal the money, you probably would be paid better. Connect these two things. Meal allowances were withdrawn because the money was gone. There was no free education. We restored it. Where are we getting the money? By taking it away from fees. We must stand together as a nation on this matter. I can assure you, if we relax on the fight against corruption, if we don't support Madam Mary Chirwa here, we are damaging ourselves and the economy will remain down. No matter how much work we do on the economic investment side, all that will go down the drain on the consumption side. Secretary of the Cabinet, support this lady. Finance, support this lady and her team. All of us, take us. advisor to step up, support this lady. Security, support this lady. There are not many like that. In the last 10 years, people got polluted all over. There are not many like that. You have our support. If we do not stand together against corruption, 7 years of a leaking bucket, no matter how much water we pour. I used to say it in the office, I've now seen it. The bucket will not fill. The water will continue leaking. And we won't support the city, we won't support paying retirees, which we have done. First time, 20 years, retirees have not been paid. Check out the Bloomberg report. For the first time in 17 years, the kwacha gained against the dollar. First time in 17 years from 2005. That's not by chance. It's these measures we're putting in place. I hear the debates going on. We've got too much to be used to disorder. We try and bring order, noise. Who is driving that noise? A small clique of beneficiaries. This country cannot work. 18 million, me and a woman and a wife, married to 18 million husbands. I cannot accept the situation that I allow money taken away from my 18 million husbands only to a small clique of less than 10 families. South Africa grappling with that issue. We must do that. And we should do it to win. Not to try, no. Your teachers want enhanced pay, want to become PhD holders. If we don't fight corruption, you don't support how? We can't increase the salaries of that PhD holder. It's as simple as that. Why is there a problem here? Because the clique had invested in directing opinion. Social media, some pages, print media. Even you who got something, let me remind you, you are getting pittance. They are getting millions and billions of dollars. You are getting pittance. How is it that after 2016 elections, watch the tape, from 2006, the economy was going up, 2011 it starts flattening, came 2016 it just drops. This is exactly what happened. Free for all. Let us support these colleagues. Let us support cabinet office. Let us support education. Let us support each other. What is right. What is wrong is wrong. There's no middle ground. It doesn't happen. Have you heard a judge hearing a case and says, I'm making a ruling on this matter before me, and the ruling is that it's neutral? I don't know the lawyers are here. Are there rulings like that? But why is the country want to move in a neutral position on clear matters? So, Madam Chirwa, there's a lot you know. Let's get going. Tomorrow I'm leaving. I decided to do this swearing in. Even give you an extra day to get on with the job is good enough. Call a meeting on your staff there. There are good people there. But some got compromised over the years. Propose the changes you want. And we'll support you. Changes are not to victimize them. Changes are to improve the operations. There is no sacred cow, none. But we must not start shouting Kawala Kawala when we are about to succeed. Congratulations once more. You two distinguished ladies. Country expects a lot from you, from us. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. This marks the end of the swearing-in ceremony. We shall close with the national anthem, and thereafter, Mr. President, may have a photo session with the just sworn senior government officials. Thank you. National anthem, please.
Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free, a land of work and joy in unity, victors in the struggle for their right. We won freedom's fight. Oh, one strong and free, Africa is our own motherland, fashioned with and blessed by God's good hands. Let us all our people join as one, brothers under the sun. Oh, one strong and free, one land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace in Zambia's sky, like a noble eagle in his flight. Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, one strong and free, praise be to God. Praise be, praise be. Let's our great nation, free men we stand under the flag of our land, Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, one strong and free.
Are you ready? Yes. Okay. So who will be telling me you're done? I will. Okay. We have the first picture. Okay, so we are going to have joined by ministers, permanent secretary, secretary of commission secretary.
The other side.
Okay, just
The other one. Don't you see us? We are massive.
okay. All right, so we are just going to have the chairperson of the Teaching Service Commission.
Yes.
Yes, we're done. The chairperson of the Teaching Service Commission is Mr. President and our honored Vice President.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll ask the family, the family of
Family members for the Teaching Service Commission.
Thanks very much. So we have the next will be the Director General for the Drug Enforcement Commission. Family members. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. This marks the end of the session.
You're right. Fantastic. Behind you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, such a rare thing. How are you, Mr. President?
I'm okay. This president.
Okay.
All right, so just a quick photo session with the president here.
You're always
Just
facilitating.
this one in okay, let me just wait.
Ladies, and you men, move that side. Great. Thank you. To join you. Have you done the shots?
Yes, sir.
Vice President?
Like an occasion here at State House, as you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your good work. We value your good work. Thank you so much. The family is okay?
Thank you, Mr. President. Myself. Chirwa, let me help.
Almost done. Mr. President, you can look him up. Alright, it's now back to business. We are still live on LBC TV1. Now I'm looking for.
Then they suggested that Senado without Vegas and Yes.